So, all right, let me bring us in. Welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We will be picking up where we left off last week. Where we left off last week, these guys had the two Harriers. So they have the Osiris, the Rorik's command ship, and then they have two Harriers that are jumping with them. And the two Harriers have been out for a couple days. Scoping out the system because they were waiting for the principal Profiteer to make an appearance, and it hadn't. And so they got done doing all of their stuff down on the surface of Thebus, and they decided to let the Harriers dock with Thebus Highport and give those crews a little bit of rest and relaxation. And these guys went out in the Osiris and positioned themselves, and they got lucky. They did detect a. They detected that there was an incoming jump, and so that's where we're going to be picking up. So before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are none of these are friends. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. And tonight we would like to thank Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes beard products such as oils, balms, butters, and co-wash, beard wash. I think they have a deodorant. They've got all sorts of stuff. They've got spray-on colognes, and all of their scent profiles are a different fantasy character. Tonight I am wearing the Hero Beard Balm. It smells of a light cologne scent and warm amber. I don't know what warm amber smells like, but this is it. And so, yeah, they have a ton of different scents, so I'm sure that you can find one that would appeal to you. And we do have or they do have a discount code for first-time purchasers. If you are a first-time customer with them, just go to fablebeardco.com, create an account, and then you can put 2 beard oils into your cart, and when you check out, use the code FIRST in all capital letters, and you will get that second beard oil for free. I think it's really funny because Fable has a big presence on Facebook, and some of the comments they get from stuff that they post, some of these guys are, oh, I don't know why you'd ever need beard oil. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, every guy who says that really probably needs beard oil. You probably also need to trim, and you probably, I'm going to guess, need to shower. So do all of that, and then you can go out in public and wave a $100 bill out of your zipper, and maybe the ladies will talk to you. So, yeah, go to Fable Beard Co. and don't be a scrounge.
I found a great way to get ladies to talk to you is to fart while they're in the elevator with you.
Yeah. They'll say
they talk. Now,
they won't forget you. That's for
sure. No. Especially if you like break it down. You'd be like, there were particles in my anus, and they floated out here in the air. And if you smell them, those particles are in your nose.
We're bonded. We're soul bonded when that happens.
Yes. Yeah, there will always be a part of me with you now, ma'am.
We're now
like magic.
I'm now your fecal brother.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this show game is educational. See, they can play it in elementary school.
It's vulgar. You shouldn't watch that.
No.
If you're a fan of that kind of product from the channel, we do have a merch store. Maybe we should turn that into a t-shirt. And yeah, we've got a merch store. We've got t-shirts. We've got buttons, t-shirts and buttons, including images of the Pirates flag from tonight's show. And there's a blanket, beer stein. We got a bunch of stuff on there. So if you want to help us out, go grab yourself a t-shirt and a button, and we appreciate everything you do for us. A bit of a blur on my camera. Fix that. And reconnect, that's better. So, you guys, you detected that there was the flash of a incoming jump. Well, I guess you don't know. You just know that there was a jump. And so where you guys are positioned, if I remember correctly, is that you were on the far side of Thebus. So you're on the opposite side of the planet from where the high port is. And this flash, jump space flash, relatively close. Like, it's not out. It's within the 100 diameter limit. I would quote unquote close. I mean, it's space. What's close? 12,000
Right.
kilometers, and you're you're already getting an
Well,
alarm for a
I
possible
mean,
collision.
yeah. I mean, can we? Are we able to get over there quickly? You know, to get. I mean, like as close as possible to whatever's jumping in.
Well,
No, I mean, no, I don't want to be touching. I mean, like when I say close as possible, like medium range.
so the first thing, who wants to make a tactics naval check?
Gee,
Oh, I could.
Who
I
has
have
it?
plus what?
Oh, I have tactics naval.
Tactics naval plus intellect.
You can do it.
Okay, I'll do it. I got +2 somehow. I haven't used it yet. 11.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a success. And who wants to make a astrogation plus intellect check?
I guess I'll do that.
Okay.
I could put a wafer in.
11
Oh.
also.
Missed
Okay.
the socket. Where is it?
I give an inspirational speech using leadership there in the cockpit crew.
Maybe it's up here.
You can make a speech whenever you want, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, but I specifically want to roll the leadership role and you know be
Give a
able to
plus or
give
a
a
minus.
help people out as we do this encounter.
So
That's
yeah,
kind of my goal.
you can make a leadership plus. Hold on, let me take a look at this.
I want to
Now I
be.
have
I
a
want to be. Oh,
Why are
okay.
you doing a leadership role? What's that do?
Well, I will tell you.
If you speak well, it adds, and if you,
So yeah,
I
you
don't
can make
know,
a leadership plus social check.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
And leadership.
And a 14 is a +2. Is that correct?
It is a +2. Yes.
Okay.
So leadership, generally leadership, pass orders and commands, and suggestions to comrades fighting on their side. To do this, traveler makes a leadership check. The effect on this check is the number of bonuses equal to +1 or -1. The traveler can give to any skill checks, including attack rolls, to other travelers on the same side. The traveler must be able to freely communicate to another traveler in order to grant a bonus, and no traveler can benefit from more than 1 +1 bonus to any single check. So that is an update to the rules. However, bad leadership can end a battle quicker than good leadership can win one. If the effect of the leadership is negative, the opposing side may inflict a number of penalties equal to the effect to combatants. Each penalty is equal to -1 and is applied in the same manner as the bonuses.
How about a 14, sir?
Okay, so in this case, though, let me see. What does it say about it? It says...
It says,
That's sick. I think that means I just get everybody.
So
Everybody will get 1 +1.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Everybody gets a +1 to any roll that you're going to do. You only get one.
Yeah.
I guess it'll apply to your first check, depending on
Cool.
what that is.
Yeah.
We'll get to that point. But because you made that roll, somebody can make a electronic sensors plus intellect or education check.
that's
This
gotta
is going to be a difficult roll, but
I've got.
Everything.
Yeah.
His
I'm
sensors
gonna go
guy.
ahead and enjoy a +2. Do our cool
actually, I'm
shit.
sorry, it's a very difficult roll.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well,
what's that mean? It's got to be 14.
12.
I got an 11.
So close.
Yeah. I don't think I get. I don't get to give myself a +1. So that's that.
You can make one more check. Electronic sensors plus intellect or education. So you made that one.
Fuck. An 11 again.
Okay. I have to keep track of these.
I just need to roll a 7 to get a 12.
Right.
Fuck. Holy shit.
So you do detect. So you kind of zoom in on this flash, and what you pick up is this picture of this ship. I mean, this is. Sorry, Mongoose, but this is a fucking god awful, terrible picture. This is a terrible picture, but it is an Empress Marava-class ship, and
That's the type of ship we're looking for, right?
Yeah, that's probably the ship we want.
Excellent.
Best thing we can do is hit it with that ion cannon and see what happens. Because they love it when we do this to them.
So it is the same class of ship, roughly, as Shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other thing that you note about this is that so when you enter jump, when you exit jump, you will be going the same speed of maneuver drive that you were going when you entered. Most pilots are going to decrease their thrust. They might leave it at 1, but you probably don't want to exit jump at thrust 6, because the fact of the matter is you don't know what's on the other side. Now, it's space, so the likelihood of running into something is, very, very low. But it's never 0. So what you have noted about this ship is that it has exited jump, and it is traveling at thrust 1. But its engines are powered down, so it is coasting. It is going what you would call silent running. It is not pinging active sensors, but you have detected it. You have picked it up, and you see that this thing is coasting. That's about all you're picking up at this range.
What range are we?
So I will show you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're on opposite sides of the solar system.
No, I mean, hopefully we're somewhere between medium and long.
So no, it is at distant.
Okay.
Actually, it's a distant. So it is more than 50,000 clicks out.
But we have thrust 5.
You do have thrust 5.
Yeah. Well, how do you want to play it?
Nuke 'em. I got turret 4. I got turrets +4. Let's go. Nuke 'em.
In theory, we want their cargo and shit at the very least, But I mean, I don't think we have the space to do this. It's also what a 200-ton ship or a 300-ton ship.
I believe it's 200. Let me double check that though. Yeah, it's 200 tons.
Okay, well that fits.
Its transponder is turned off.
Yeah,
but it matches. I mean, it is an Empress Marava. I mean, not that the Empress Marava is not a common ship, but
a blue one probably is.
Yeah. Well, it's a blue Empress Marava, so there's that. And I mean, of the, I guess of the adventure class vessels, which is anything from like 100 tons up to 2,000 tons. The Empress Marava is one of the more common vessels for travelers. It is an adventurer's type ship. Originally designed to be more of a cargo ship, but it has a lot of amenities in it that, in addition to cargo, it can take passengers, and in a lot of these Empress Maravas, the interior is more almost like a yacht, and then in some of the other ones, you wonder if the crew knew exactly where the lavatory was. So, you know,
I propose we close to medium range and hit them with the fucking ion cannon, and then next turn we hit them again with the ion cannon, and then dock with the docking clamp, board, and take over the ship. And then while we have it as a docking clamp, we change its flight path.
I don't know about the very end, but the beginning definitely. Like if we could pull off the rest, that would be super. But I think we can at least close the gap and shoot the cannon.
All right. Well, then,
And
yeah.
make it so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You flying. You're the one that can do it. Yeah. And when we pull up to right before we shoot the first time, I want to go ahead and try to put that fucking good old fashioned laser lock on them.
all right. So, okay, let me. I guess this is the route we're gonna go.
Well, this is our MO. I mean,
That's true. I mean, yeah.
this is what we do, man. We do this for the universe.
For the good of the universe.
Yes.
I was doing it for cash personally.
Right.
Well, yeah, but that is
That's the good.
Yeah, that is the goodness of the universe. Is the cash.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is our religion.
Yeah, I'm
I
making
didn't
more
make the
cash than
rules.
I did in robbing people's houses.
Well, we got those 5. Hopefully, we can close to medium distance within a very reasonable.
Them coasting, I think, will kind of fuck them because they'll have to take some time to turn their stuff on.
That's what I'm
got
saying.
10.
And if we just keep hitting them with the ion cannon,
What are they
their
gonna
systems
do?
will go to fuckity fucked,
Hmm.
and then we can just do what we want. They're coming in like pirates, and we know that when we come in like we're like this, people are subject to attack us for any given reason. We're told this from the moment that we start trying to turn off our transponders and shit. So this turnabout's fair play. Are you wanting us to roll initiative and shit?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a Nash. Well, actually,
We're doing it as a ship.
yeah, just go ahead and roll your initiative. That's fine.
I got a 10.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a 10 too. Oh, Captain Beth sucked on it.
Yeah, I did so bad.
But you get to use naval tactics to try to increase the initiative.
That's true. You would have time. So you did make your naval tactics. That says.
Wow.
The
had no
initiative
idea.
raises by every point that you beat the DM thing.
Is
The
it though?
effect.
Let's see.
I think it's the effect raises your shit.
That's what I thought too, but let me double check because I know that that's the basic rule for.
All right, it might be us versus. It might be an opposed naval tactics roll. I don't know.
It is in the combat chapter. Combat tactics. May make a tactics check at the start of combat. The effect of this check is then applied to the initiative score of everyone on the same side. So, if I
Holy crap.
remember, you got like an 11.
Yes,
She did, yes.
that's right.
So everybody gets 3
3.
added to your initiative.
Dang.
So,
I know.
so if I'm in my battle suit and I'm going to use the turret, does the extra dex from the battle suit count?
So I don't know that you would be. Boy, I don't know if you would be sitting in a chair on the bridge wearing battle dress. Because battle dress, I mean, it's not like a regular spacesuit. I mean, you're talking about some heavy duty stuff. One of the things
Probably
that,
crush the chair.
well, I don't even know that you would fit in the chair.
Can you sit down when you're like that? That's one thing I'm not sure about.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about some pretty heavy duty power armor. I mean, if you want to know what battle dress looks like, just watch Bobby Drake in, or no, not Drake, Bobby in The Expanse. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what she's
okay.
wearing. And I don't think I ever saw a single episode of her sitting in a chair on the bridge wearing her suit. But there was a game way back, 99, 2000, called Alternity, and they had basically Alternity was a ripoff of Traveler. But don't tell anybody I said that. But they called battle dress body tanks, and I kind of feel like that terminology was a better naming convention because it really conveys, the size and bulkiness of these suits. So I don't necessarily know that you would be sitting wearing it on the bridge.
Okay.
That's fair
I
enough.
don't know.
I suppose DM of 4s plus 4 is good enough.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Oh, I mean, plus when we start thinking about locks and using thrust to make a stable firing platform, there's all kinds of ways to get your numbers up.
So with your so you pick up something else with that that check. We're not in initiative yet. So Beth, you want to go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check, and what thrust are you kicking it into?
15.
11D. I don't know. I have 6 to choose from, right?
We
You
have
got
5 thrusts.
Thrust 5.
And we need some maneuvering points. Okay, 2, 3. No, we don't. We don't need maneuvering points. Fuck that. Their engines shut off. Really poor.
Okay, so let's see here. That will start to bring you into short range. And as you are coming in to short range, Ting, you pick up another blip. It is running active sensors. There is a Port Authority light fighter that looks like he was on, pretty much a picket patrol. A single light fighter. There's not 2 of them. Usually they fly in a wing, but here he is, and he is heading directly towards you at maximum possible thrust. Which on here? Oh, wait. Ow. Oh.
I bet you one hit from the particle barbette and that thing goes away. No radio check, nothing. I bet just one good hit with our particle barbette and that thing goes away. I mean, it's apparently here.
Yeah,
What's happening?
he floors it and is coming in. Now, Gregor, what do you want to do? I mean, your sensors are picking up this light fighter.
How far away are we from the principal profiteer from the light fighter?
You are in short range. The light fighter is in close range. He for some reason. Well, this is why. Because all he has is a fixed mount pulse laser. He is coming in to engage in dogfighting.
Okay, crew, are we under attack from a fighter?
Yes, but
Sounds like it.
I really think that we have missiles.
Well,
We have
you do have a communication coming in from the light fighter.
man. I mean,
Does it take up a turn to receive it?
Yeah, whoever's going to answer the call, it will take their turn.
Oh, okay.
oh, I don't care about talking at this point. I mean, this is our prey, and I want to use my turn to use one of our weapons.
Gregor, make a recon plus intellect check.
For
Okay, so you don't really notice anything. Principal Profiteer, the one thing that you do notice with your 4 is that Principal Profiteer has now started to broadcast an automated distress call.
Ah, jerks. It was a trap.
Well, the gig is up.
Can I lock on principal profiteer with ion or whatever it was?
You want to shoot the ion cannon at the principal profiteer?
Yeah.
You're
All
doing it. It's happening.
Yeah, it's on.
So do I roll?
So it would be gun combat, or not gun combat, gunner turret plus your dex check, and you get a plus. Hold on, let me look at. Does this have its software in here? I would say it's probably got fire control, so you would get a +1 to that.
Think I hit it.
Yes, you did.
Is that enough to take out the distress call or not?
Well, we will find out.
Okay.
Where am I going here?
It sure as fuck not going to help them get things going.
True.
It's non-lethal. You know.
Go ahead and roll. Let's see here. What is the damage on the ion cannon?
It's like
You
the
roll-
number of rounds.
Yeah.
I think.
It reduces
Well,
the
you
power.
have to roll damage for the ion cannon, and it's
Yeah.
deducted directly from the power rating.
Right. So I guess that's in the high guard.
Yeah, it would be. Hold on, I can find it. I think it's 40, but weapon screen ion cannon. So this is an ion barbette, if I remember correctly.
It's
Yeah.
2d times 10.
Yes, 2d times 10.
$50.
Okay. So you nail Principal Profiteer, and you see these blue lightning bolts spark out all across its hull, and you can see a number of lights on it start to like flicker, and as it is whizzing towards you, you can see interior lights from the passenger or from the windows kind of flicker, but it still has power. It's still going. Ting, what would you like to do?
How much power does this thing have?
Um,
200.
So their standard power plant has 90 power.
All right.
Keith,
That knocks them down
are
pretty
you
good.
gonna?
Well,
Are you gonna shoot?
Well, no, it doesn't matter because it's using 40 for basic ship systems, but
Are you gonna use the particle barbette on the fighter, Keith?
Happy to do so.
I will get a lock on the light fighter with the sensors.
okay.
I got a good crew. I don't have to do a damn thing.
12. So that will be a successful lock, I
Yes.
believe.
Yes, it
Adding
is.
+2 to the particle barbette roll on the light fighter.
Yes, that it does. All right. So, Keith, if you want to shoot at the light fighter,
Okay.
and you get a +2 to that.
Okay. That is 12.
Jesus. All right. So, particle barbette.
Particle barbette does 4d plus radiation damage.
All right. So, yeah, radiation damage. Here. Weapon sent screens. What does it say? Radiation trait. When a spacecraft weapon with radiation trait is fired, it inflicts 2d6 times 60 rads on everyone within 10 meters of the point of attack. Ooh, shit. All right, go and roll your damage. Let's see.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the point is neither here nor there if the fighter doesn't exist.
All right. Let's see. 15.
Okay, and it has a whole whopping 2 for armor.
And he's probably only got about, 2
Oh.
or 3.
Yeah, no, the radiation, I mean, yeah, I'm sure, the pilot would have been glowing, but it only has 4 hull points. And so the fighter
Is now
yeah, I mean, it's like a scene out of Battlestar Galactica. It just comes apart. There's nothing left of the fighter.
Those.
Captain Beth, make a
That's a good
recon plus intellect check.
Foxcars, I'm sure I figured it out.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know about figured it out, but figure it out.
Or notice. Okay, I noticed. I gotta
Yeah, you
press
noticed some
on the
things.
noticing roll.
So the first thing that you notice is that Principal Profiteer has not slowed down or sped up at all.
There's nobody in it.
The
It has no power for the engines.
The second thing is that it seems to be almost it is in a slow tumble. Like it appears that it is starting to go ass over tea kettle, and it's tumbling towards the planet. Now,
Is there anything I can do? Probably not.
Yes.
Oh, there is? Okay.
it should be noted that a ship with no crew aboard cannot jump. There has to be a human intelligence in the jump process.
Okay. So what
So
are
there was a
what are
human on board when it jumped.
and that'll stop it. Okay.
Yeah, if we dock with it, we clamp onto it, we got it.
All right, let's march in there and turn off the distress signal.
Fair enough.
All right, so you're going to attempt docking.
I believe so.
All right, go ahead and docking is a routine check, so go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check.
9. I'm good.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of match the tumble, and you form up and you dock, and you're able to kind of, you're able to stabilize it. Are you? So now that you're docked, are you slowing it down? Are you?
Nope, we're just gonna fall together. It's romantic. I'm gonna stop it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of pull a braking maneuver and bring both of you to a stop. And here's this.
While all that's happening, would it be okay to tell the Marines to get ready to do Marine stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Make
I
it
mean,
so.
y'all need to prepare to go ahead and go on the starboard, docking clamp, and we are going to take over a ship. The Far Trader will be ours.
Yeah.
Captain, may I get off the turd and go get in my battle dress?
Yeah, do it.
Since this seems to be in a tumble, I think we should all be cautious as we get on here. Who
Yeah.
knows what we're gonna find?
Stuff might be slammed around or fucked up or something. So
Helmets
Yeah.
on.
let's all get ready.
We can some of us can stay on the ship or whatever. I probably want to keep a sensors lookabout. And,
We need somebody, maybe a couple Marines, if all of us want to go on, or anybody else is going to stay.
send 10 Marines. See how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep in mind it's only a 200-ton ship, so I mean, I don't know how many Marines will fit onto it. It's a clone car.
We'll come at them like a horde, you know.
You want to
I'm
come on
bringing
board?
stun grenade, stunner, and shotgun.
And I will call. Oh, I don't even know if I have the Osiris crew, and that's really fucked up. But whatever. The Scout's honor. Nope, it's still listed as to be filled out later. But we should have a pilot of some sort.
I'm sure you do. You probably have a secondary pilot.
Yeah, so I mean, as NPCs leave,
I got pilot +4 now.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean,
Gregor can be your backup pilot.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to tell anybody what they want to do.
This neural thing +2.
Yeah, going on board is fun, but anybody that's leaving the bridge area, I'm calling NPCs to fill the seats because I mean we are now doing pirate action, and so
I think that if we get approached by anybody, attempt to say you saw the distress signal and helping.
Sure, that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll be friendly and talk to anybody that's coming. Sure will.
Awesome, and you'll keep fences and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna also probably send a message to the leader of the Scouts Honor and the Anubis and have them go ahead and wrap it the fuck up and get on their ships and prepare to rendezvous at some predestined location that one of them is scouted out.
So Ting, as you guys are prepping, Ting, make a electronics communications plus either intellect or education, your choice.
Give me some good dice. Oh, that's all right. 11.
Okay, so
I'm talking.
So yeah, you contact the captains of Scouts Honor and Anubis, and as you are relaying it's the comms for Port Authority are going nuts. They have detected that their fighter was destroyed, and I mean, essentially all sensors are on you guys, and it sounds like they are going to be launching fighters. You are estimating 60. That doesn't sound right. It sounds more like 3D. So whatever you guys are looking to do on Principal Profiteer, you have about 11 minutes, as ETA 11 minutes before about at least 4 more fighters are inbound, possibly more. It sounds to you like they're not going to send just light fighters either.
All right. Well, if you're going on board and we got this thing on clamped, whoever the pilot is in jumping in the seat, I'm going to tell them to make immediate thrust 5, take us away from this area here with some distance,
Okay.
Start heading to the jump spot, and I'm going to tell our guys to jump and meet us. God, we're on Thebus.
Yeah, you need a map. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's what number 1 is a nice, easy location.
Yeah,
Do
where
we want to be there?
you were already scheduled to be going to number 1 too, because you're following up on the Dawn Seeker.
Yeah, we
All
want to
right.
go to number 1, and
All right.
also I have a gas station there, so we can fill up.
All right, yeah. The captains of our Harriers, I'm informing them to load up their ships and immediately proceed to jump and go to number 1 where we were rendezvous.
Okay. All right. Everybody, go ahead and roll your initiative.
Glad I got rid of that roll.
That's rough. Well, you still got a 6. All right. So, Ting, you're on the bridge. What are you doing?
I am telling them to go with post haste to a jump location, and I will.
Are you pulling your secondary pilot up to the bridge or to?
Yes,
Okay.
I want the second. Everybody that I want a full bridge crew up here with our secondary guys. Every seat with somebody to fill the role, while I will,
Wait, so we're jumping with the thing clamped, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So you got
So
1
we can-
parsec range.
So we can fuck with the ship when we get out. Like, let's just worry about jumping and not exploring the.
Yeah,
other
you
ship
can
until
you
we're
can
out
board
of it.
you can
Or
board.
later.
Yeah, you're gonna have a week to board. So
Yeah. So let's. And
sorry, I lost you guys there for a second.
Evidently,
nothing important happened.
Okay, so all right. So if that's what your plan is, Ting, does that change your? I guess I should move you. I guess I should move you back. There.
No, what did he
I
think?
mean, if that's happening, I'm. If Captain is stepping on it and doing all that, I mean, I'm not going to tell Captain, Queen, Goddess, Beth what to do. I'm just going to hit the
You
fucking
forgot
sensors.
Admiral.
Admiral, that's right.
Yeah.
Pirate Lord.
We need an
Beth.
acronym that's really clunky and weird.
Yeah. But I mean, if I'm starting it off, I'm going to do a nice sensors 13
Okay.
active scan. I want to see everything around and see if anything's fucking coming while the ship is moving away.
And indeed, it is.
And we're not able to hit the ship that we've got docked with an ion cannon, are we?
No, I mean
No.
that would be a point blank range shot,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
probably not recommended since it is connected to you.
Okay.
We'll deal with it when we get out. It'll be okay. We can have their distress signal go off and jump.
Yeah.
We'll get hurt.
Yeah. They don't have anything. It would take them around to power stuff up, you know. So while they do that, I'd have a chance to talk to them about what they're doing. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, they're not very far away.
No, that's not where they're at.
Oh, well, that's good.
What's acceleration on these light fighters?
Thrust 6.
They're faster than us. Nice.
What's
By
the-
one.
By one.
But I mean, they've really got to do some work to get up on us.
They need
Now, there's-
maneuver too, because if they get hit, they're like fucked, right?
Yeah.
So
You
they can't
know,
use all their points.
so
Unless
let's
they're really
yeah,
good.
we'll see how they're working out, I guess. But I mean, we have missiles and all kinds of shit that we can send out that way. I mean, plus, I mean, they're in range of our particle barbette, and they cannot hit us at this range.
Mhm.
So there's those things. I don't even think that heavy fighter could take a direct hit from the particle barbette.
So you guys have
Yeah.
tussled with heavy fighters before, and the thing that you learned about them is that you don't want to.
Yeah.
The last time you guys tussled with them was around. It was during the treasure ship heist, and they hit you a couple times, and you were like, "Ouch, that hurts. Let's not do that anymore."
So how many turns is it going to get? Is it till we can jump?
Well, I guess we're gonna figure all that shit out. But yeah,
So yeah,
it's-
these guys, you see that there is a range of fighters that are just blipping at the edge of your scanner range. But you are detecting 4 light fighters and 2 heavy fighters have launched from the or are in the process of launching from Thebus Highport.
I don't think we're coming back to Thebus very often.
Not for a while.
Seems unwise.
Not in this ship.
So the light fighters and the heavy fighters are in the process of launching. Beth, what would you like to do?
Get the fuck out.
So you were going to, if I remember, you were going to floor it to thrust 5 and make for the
Yeah.
make for the 100 diameter, or rather 90 diameter limit, because you have early jump. Go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check.
8.
Okay. And 8. So yeah, you are you've got the firewall pegged, and the Osiris is boosting out of there. Gregor, what are you doing? These guys are at 50,000 plus kilometers from you.
Gregor, will you do the power check for the engines?
Sure. Anything in range?
What I'm thinking is we want to jump as soon as possible, so I want to prep the power for the
Yeah.
jump.
Good plan. You don't want to get the opportunity to jump and you throw the lever and it goes change, 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 change. It's not my
9.
fault. Okay, so yeah, he is transferring power, which means, and let me double check this, but oh, and that I'm looking at, what am I looking at? That's the wrong book. So let's see here. Jump drive needs 90. Maneuver drive is using 300 points. Which do you have as a total? You have a total of 600, so there's 390, 396. 400 and something. And if you leave the, actually, you probably have enough power to leave everything on. Huh, all right.
Nice.
It's because we're cool like that.
Yeah. Keith, what are you wanting to make your astrogation check or?
Yeah, I want to astrogate.
So let's see here. If you are astrogating,
Oh, Jesus.
are you hurrying jump calculations, or are you just going to do them regularly?
How long would it take if I hurry?
1D rounds.
1D rounds. Okay, yeah, I think I need to hurry.
So a combat round is 6 seconds.
Right.
Are there any Marines we can like give this to? No, I don't know. No, we can't.
Okay,
Never mind.
I'll do my check.
And you're
10.
at now. If you hurry, and I have to look this up.
That makes it a
That's
-2, right?
-2.
Is it a
That'll
-2?
be eight.
But if you haven't used your leadership point, you know.
Yeah, so that only makes it a -1.
Nice. Oh, that's right. I haven't used my leadership point, so yeah, that gives me a 9.
Okay, so you are. It will take you 6 rounds to complete calculations.
All right, well, stay on that, Keith.
The heavy fighter has a thrust of 9.
Woo!
Yeah, and
I
they
wouldn't want to be the pilot.
right. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna use 9 though. Yeah, they're gonna use 6 and leave 3 for maneuvering, and are going to come in for an attack run. No, they're not doing that. No, they're not doing
I'm getting closer.
that. They're not doing that. You took your hand.
You can't do
You
to
took
one
your
of
hand
them.
off the checkers piece. You can't go back. They are both launching a missile.
Yummy fighters.
So time to impact missile flight at distant will be in 5 rounds. So in 5 rounds, we will be able to make that missile check and see if they hit Osiris. So there are 2 missiles that have been launched and are incoming. I'm going to do this.
I'll just hit the missiles from the ion cannon.
Just gonna rename this guy Missile.
Is the third heavy fighter? Oh, it's a missile.
Whoops. I'm gonna make them super small so that we know where that there are missiles coming. Okay, so they have launched missiles that will impact in 5 rounds. I guess you can launch missiles at close and short range, and impact is immediate. But I don't think the heavy fighters want to be that close to you. Ting, what are you doing?
Well, are these heavy fighters at 50,000? Is that what they're at?
They're beyond 50,000 kilometers. They have just launched from the high port.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and shoot particle barbette at one of the missiles.
Okay. Does the particle barbette have a distant range?
Yes.
That seems awfully far for a particle barbette. Particle barbette has a range of very long.
Oh, very long. I'm sorry. Then.
Just a thought, but maybe we could launch a volley of missiles at the missiles.
Do
Sure,
that.
why
Then.
not?
I will shoot. I will shoot a volley of 3 missiles One at a heavy fighter, one at missile A, and one at missile B.
Okay. All right. All right.
Make them nukes.
No need for nukes, but 12.
Well,
Well, the
you'll
thing
make
about
that
it,
you'll make that
even if it-
in 5 rounds.
thing about a nuclear missile is if it gets close enough, it'll EMP those missiles.
Your sensors, your sensor ring here is starting to look like Drinax from Battlestar Galactica. Like just beep 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 beep.
If we're
What's the
moving
range
away,
of an ion cannon?
if they're moving away and they're if we're moving away and they're moving to us and we shoot missiles at them, wouldn't our missiles have a faster closing speed because they're actually coming
Well,
towards?
they'll meet somewhere in here.
Okay, that's fun. Yeah.
So yeah, probably they'll actually meet in about 3 rounds. Well, 2 rounds. I'd say.
All right.
Light fighters have a thrust of 6, and they do not have. So okay. So if it takes 5 rounds for missiles, what is the thrust on a missile? Because I don't think this is. Weapon. Decoy missile. That's not telling me what I want.
Do they have continuous thrust, or is it just a sprint and then coast?
I remember them as having continuous thrust, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
If we're both thrusting the same way, they should only really gain the difference in the thrust used. If we're using 5 thrusts running away, they have to use 6 thrusts to gain on us at all.
Oh, so this chart's different. So, missile flight from distant, according to this. Well, shit. Maybe I do need the new. Maybe I do need the new DM screen. So the rounds to impact for distant, according to this, is 10 rounds. But it doesn't. I thought missiles had like a thrust of 6, but I might be wrong. Anyways, it says that they will impact. So in 5 rounds, or now 4 rounds, they will impact somewhere in here, hopefully, if they hit. And in 10 rounds, assuming that the heavy fighters stay where they're at, they will. The third missile will impact the heavy fighters. The light fighters. Have thrust 6. And are going to go thrust 5.
So they're going to stay the same distance from us?
That's true, huh? They'd have to go 6 in order to catch up, and that's only going to put them here. And their pulse lasers are not going to have that kind of range. Pretty sure. Well, range is long on a pulse laser.
They're very long.
Very long, so they are at -4 to hit. Yeah, why not? All 4 of them are going to shoot. Actually, that's an additional +1. So there's a hit.
At -4?
Yeah, Oh, sorry. So first one's a mess. Second one's a mess. Third shot.
That'll probably hit.
Yeah, that is a hit with a 10. And fourth shot is a miss. So there's one hit for 2d damage. What is your guys' armor? Oh, never mind. I got it right here. 4.
You want to keep track of our horse and stuff? Okay.
So you take 4 points to the hull. I don't think critical hit location. No. All you need, they would need a 6. They would need an effect of 6 or higher in order to do critical hit. So no, it hits your. It does 4 points of damage to your hull.
And our hull has 240 points.
Yeah, yeah. You've got a pretty beefy hull.
You fucked up my paint.
Yeah.
Is
Oh.
it 240? Jesus.
I'm gonna have to buff that out.
I'll send a Marine out now.
Did I not put? Oh yeah. It's 240. Ah, all right. Well, I mean, last time you were up against the heavy fighters, you weren't in the Osiris, you were in the Anubis.
Yeah.
Captain Beth, what are you doing? Keeping on, or?
I need to, or else stuff's gonna hit us. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead and make another piloting plus dex check.
That's 14.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say that you actually gain on them a bit.
Yeah. Get back there, Mike Titan.
Gregor, what are you doing?
Do we have anything that can shoot that far?
Take the particle bar bet and shoot one of those
you'd
light fighters.
be at -4 to hit.
That's something. Something to do.
Or you could fire missiles, but
I don't have my gunnery is turret.
Well, I mean that still counts for the missile rack. Because the missiles are barbettes, so.
So I'm +4 with the turret and -4 for the distance. 8.
That's a hit, or will be a hit. So those are triple barbettes, right?
yes.
So you fired another 3 missiles. My God, there's gonna be a lot of missiles. Actually, these missiles need to move up a little bit. This is starting to be ridiculous. Okay, so you fire a couple of missiles, or actually 3 missiles.
Are you just going for light fighter 1, 2, and 3? Is that what you're doing?
Well, keep in mind, if you fire them all at one target, that's less of a chance for them to shoot it down.
Yeah.
I'll do all fighter 1.
All right. Okay. Keith, what?
Well, he's going to be
Oh,
happy.
Keith is still working on his astrogation.
Yeah, I'm doing math.
Yes.
No.
Do you have an abacus? Are you using an abacus?
An abacus, yes.
A slide rule.
I have one. Would you like to borrow it? It's a nice aluminum
It
with
might be
yellow
faster
skin.
than this.
Cost me $35 in 1970.
Wow.
It'd be a hell of a lot of money now.
Yeah.
I couldn't, a few years later, they had a HP 35, but they were $695.
My dad had one of those.
So you could add, track, multiply, and divide. They didn't even have trig functions or.
Heavy fighters are going to. Heavy fighters are going to kick it into thrust 6. Basically catch up with their own missiles. And
Flying to one.
they're going to launch another 2 missiles.
Yeah.
How many missiles do they have?
Each one has 60. They're 50-ton fighters.
They have 60 missiles?
Yeah. When they say a heavy fighter, they're not screwing around.
Holy moly, I'm going to shoot one of them.
Ting, what do you want to do?
Is that heavy light fighter up there in distant range? I mean, very long range yet? It seems to be right on the line.
Yeah, these would be in just coming into very long range.
Okay, well, I want to shoot one with the particle barbette.
Okay, you'll be at -4.
Well, didn't it have very long range as
Oh,
range?
yeah, you'd be able to hit one of them. Yeah. So, yeah, no, you're good.
All right, then.
The other one's at I'm sorry, the other one's at -2.
Okay. Well, I just want to shoot the first one coming in there. How about a 12?
Yeah, that is a hit.
It's 3D, is that right, Keith?
For the particle barbette, it is 4D.
4D. All right. And what, I get to add 4 to that? Is it?
You don't add effect. Well, yeah, go ahead and add your effect to it.
So he took 16.
He took
radiation.
1. He took 1, but go ahead and roll 2D times. Oh, well, hold on. First we have to.
Oh, he's got some armor on him.
Yes, he does. He's got quite a bit of armor. Roll 2d6.
All right. Eight.
So the rule on radiation.
He's going to glow in the dark, but it doesn't matter.
That's enough to make him really sick really quick.
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe. Radiation. Jesus.
I mean, if a round is 6 seconds, he ain't going to last too much longer.
I mean, it's a 50. It's 2d6 times 60 rads on everyone within 10 meters of the point of attack. You hit the M drive. But it's a fighter. It's a 50-ton fighter. I wouldn't think that would. He would have to be within 10 meters. 10 meters is quite a ways. So go ahead and roll 2d again times 60. So 110.
5. Yeah. That's a lot.
That is a lot of radiation. Radiation effects. 110. It's not that much. Go ahead and roll 1d.
He loses a kidney.
So he takes 4 points of damage from radiation, and he's at -1 to all of his checks until he gets treatment because he is nauseous and puking into his space helmet.
He also developed superpower.
Yeah. He'll probably become the Hulk. Sorry,
So that's my turn up.
My cat's
That was pretty great.
my cat's bumped my desk and threw my camera out of whack again. Well, okay. So light fighters. Alright. I need to missile combat. Launching missiles. We did that. Detecting a missile launch. So the light fighters need to make electronic sensors check. And they succeed, so they know that the missiles are there. Countermeasures. So combat involving missiles creates a very tense atmosphere. Yeah, we know that. Electronic warfare, which would be difficult electronic sensors check in order to destroy or render inert incoming missiles. They can flee. Oh, and they change it. So if salvo is about to strike, gunners may engage in point defense as detailed on page 171. 171, point defense. Using a turret-mounted laser, beam, or pulse, a gunner can destroy incoming missiles. So it has to be a beam or pulse laser. So you guys don't have point defense. Point defense may only be performed against missile salvos as they are about to make their attack roll. So they can't shoot them down yet. They're going to first make their piloting checks. And they do.
One of them's at -1. Oh, I'm sorry. Not those are different ones.
And they will make pulse laser attacks at long range. Long range, right? They are
Very long
They are
range.
very long, so they are at long range, so -2. Which puts them at 0. Attack number 1 is a miss. Attack number 2 is a miss. Attack number 3 is a miss. This is just getting worse. There's a hit. Alright. They do. What's your armor? Your armor is 4. 2D. Oh! Nice. Nice. So they do 8 points of damage to the hull.
All right, that's recorded.
Of our hull?
Yes. One of them stitches your hull for 8 points of damage with the pulse laser.
Pulse laser is very long range.
Long range. He made his attack at -2.
Oh, yeah. Well, you did all that just straight by the book then. Fuck you.
Beth, what would you like to do?
I'm blurring it still. That's all
Okay.
I can do.
Okay.
Now it's time to think. 8.
Okay. So you
I'm getting
you're able to
distracted by all
maintain
the-
distance.
Yeah.
But they're just simply faster. Gregor, what are you doing?
Is the particle barbette in range of any of these things?
You got a light fighter here at very long. I think that's That's right, right? Particle barbette.
Yep.
Yep, that should do it.
That's the regular. That's the range
Yep.
of the barbette.
Yeah, so yeah, it would be just a gunner turret plus your dex check. Don't forget to add a +1 for fire control.
11.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll
4D.
4d damage.
Mhm.
Yikes.
14. He's
Nice.
gone.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
He
Bye bye. Au revoir. Mon
and,
ami.
and he's turned into shrapnel. Actually, he's probably more back down here. Shrapnel. He just goes comes apart like tinfoil. Keith, what would you like to do?
Crunch those numbers.
I'm going to continue to
Oh, yes.
astrogate.
Okay.
Crunch them up.
And missile. Ah. Oops. Oh, that's not on it.
It's nice because he's keeping track of the whole points and rounds, so he's actually doing math in real life too. Oh, that's cool. What are our missiles doing? What's that? Not yet. Okay.
Okay. Heavy fighters. Heavy fighters are going to advance this way. Yeah, that's exactly what they will do. And what the hell is my cat? They have beam lasers. They're going to make beam laser attacks at -2. Miss. And a miss. All right.
Dump smoke. Dump smoke, Cap.
Ting, what would you like to do?
Wow, man, that first one's. Oh, I'm gonna shoot a volley of missiles at the heavy fighters.
Okay. This is the one that has already been hit.
Yep, I'm gonna send 2 at him and 1 at the other one.
Okay.
What's the range on the ion cannon?
Ion cannon has a medium range,
Right.
so
Okay, so
it's
if they get
kinda,
any closer, we can hit them with it. All right, just wondering.
yeah, but just sending them on out and letting that be what it is.
Okay. So you launch a volley of missiles. Light fighters.
I'm thinking only 1 weapon station can be used every round. You know what I mean? So
They don't succeed. What about the guy who's puking in his spacesuit? And he doesn't succeed. They actually drop back a bit.
Oh, I can concentrate on the heavy fighters.
2 of them are going to make attacks at -2. Miss. Miss. And this guy's going to make his attack at -3 in between barfings. Wait. Oh, yeah, and that's a miss. All right. Range sucks. In space, nobody can hear you barf. Yeah, that's all you guys are hearing over the comms.
Yeah, I got a shit rocks.
I can
You
feel
want
it
to
in
bet?
Captain Beth, what are you doing?
Flooring it.
Okay.
I rolled, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ooh, okay. So these guys,
That's
you
fine.
actually gain on them a little bit. That's pretty good. Gregor.
Is any of them in very long range?
Learn a little bit.
This guy can be hit.
We're going to shoot at him.
All right. You got that +1 from fire control.
13.
Is a hit.
Dang.
.4D.
Yes.
12.
His armor soaks that up.
But radiation.
Yes, go ahead and roll 2D. Well, yeah, roll 2D first for location. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to hit him within 10 meters anyway, so just roll 2D times 60.
2D times what?
60.
600.
Yeah, that's going to fuck him up.
Oh my.
501 to 800 rads. He is now sterile. Literally,
It wasn't like he wasn't.
it
It
says
wasn't like he was going home anyway.
he's going to take 6D damage, and he's sterile. That is the outcome. So hope he.
Dang. This sperm world nature.
He got
Scrambled
he
egg.
got a really good sunburn.
Yeah,
It's a hot pocket.
and he has a permanent -3 endurance.
Wow.
Yeah, radiation is no shit. Like, um, so I don't know that he's well, I mean, yeah, 19 damage. His skin comes off in sheets. And
Ooh.
this fighter is now wildly out of control. I would say, well, we'll leave him on the board for just a minute. Keith, what are you? You're still doing math. This is probably the last round you'll have to be doing math.
He's not going to be able to dodge missiles now.
Yep, doing math.
The heavy fighter. So this guy, he and the other guy. Oh, shit. That was the wrong. Probably hope I didn't click the wrong thing. Okay, so this fighter kind of goes and like veers wildly out of control and at full thrust and goes off the map. The other fighter narrowly dodges getting a mid-space collision with this other fighter. So he used all of his thrust points or his roll to try and do an evasive maneuver. And he's going, yeah, no, that was his move. He did an evasive maneuver to not get run into. So missile combat.
I should have impact on 2
Yes.
with 2 missiles.
Yes. So it says, there it is. Target will So you can go ahead and make your gunner turret plus your dex, and because they're smart missiles, you get to add a +1 to that.
Well, that'll be an 8.
That's one missile hits, and do it again for the second missile. That is also a hit.
Awesome. So they get removed from the map, right? Should be 4
Yeah,
missiles, 2 of ours and 2 of theirs.
I would say so.
And then my other missile is headed towards old heavy fighter there.
Right. These missiles are changing position.
He's got to see all those bleeps coming across the screen.
Right. Whoops. Here. Ting, what are you doing?
Well, they're in long range.
You
I wanna
guys,
shoot the
you
ion-
guys should be thankful you got to ship this fast.
Yeah, I want to shoot the ion cannon at long range, so a -2 at a missile.
Okay. So one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Has to be it has to be a beam or pulse laser, and missiles are small enough that you're not going to be able to target them with anything else. And beam and pulse lasers you have to hold an action, and you can only do a point defense when they're about to make their attack.
So we can't target the missiles other than that?
No.
Without
Not even
another
with-
missile, you got only other option is another missile.
Yeah.
All right, well, I will shoot another volley of missiles out at the other missiles.
Okay.
There weren't enough missiles on the screen. So that's just good news.
Yes.
Well,
we can't allow that.
I'll shoot them at that, and that will be that.
Okay. Light fighters. Ooh. Look at the light fighter.
Yummy.
So, Glenn, go ahead and you get to make. Well, first of all, the light fighters do have. You have
Well,
pulse
they
lasers.
No, they get to try to take out our missiles, I guess.
Well, one of them does. See page 172. 172.
I wish I could find a bunch of old folks that would play this game here. We have we have 5 recreation centers with multiple rooms that could hold 100 people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he has to make a gunner turret check against any missile silo that is about to make its attack roll. It is.
It take 3 hours to
effect
go
of the
through one turn.
The effect of the check will remove that many missiles from the salvo. Okay, so there he goes. And he fucks it up, and he doesn't get anything. Glenn, you can go ahead and make a. You get to make 1 gunner turret plus dex plus 1.
We have worked out a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bananas.
But we're going to get our prize, I think. It's just how much damage do we have to repair due to this dumb shit. But
13.
Oof. Roll 12D.
12D.
Yeah, because they're 4D per missile.
Oh wow.
I can't believe he screwed that up. 41. Yeah, so there is a big explosion, and like a big explosion, and
Wow.
he is no
This is
longer with
great.
us. The other two are going to make their attacks at -2. That is, oh, yeah, that's a hit, and that is a miss. Ooh, and
Again.
take another 8 points to the hull.
We're lucky, so
Yeah,
shit could have been a lot worse.
that's really not that bad.
Captain Beth.
5 and 11. Pilot.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you.
Gregor.
Give out head pat.
So nothing's within range, really.
I mean, this guy's at very long. You could make a particle beam shot at -4.
We will attempt that, which means 12.
Wow. Okay. So that was your gunner turret plus your dex -4.
Yes, my gunner dex and the one for the thing is 5. I'm +5.
Okay, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I have, +2 dex and +2 for the guns and +1 for the ship. So I drew what, 2?
You're using particle barbette. That's 4D.
$10.
Okay, and he explodes in shrapnel. All right, Keith, you have your astrogation is coming in. You have plotted your jump to number 1. All that's left for you to do is press the jump drive button. What did you? I forgot. What did you get on your astrogation check?
It was 11.
So that you can make your J drive or your engineering J drive plus your choice, either intellect or education at +3.
$14.
Okay. You guys, the wormhole opens and there's a flash of light and you are in jump space.
Ah,
We
finally.
made it.
Hooray!
Sounds like
Now
a
we
wonderful
can
time.
worry about this ship we've got docked.
That was probably the most intense space combat we've ever had.
Yeah, I'd say so. That was pretty
There
epic.
were a lot of ships there.
I got 3 kills. I gotta make a medal for my suit.
Yes. And fine,
Just
you get the
like
ace.
Yeah. I'm a 3-ship ace instead of
I hope
5.
that's got to make us seem scarier to other people just because of the number of ships that we, managed to take out and
So
how little damage it was.
I mean, this is a great example of Thebus's downside. Is that they don't really have system defense boats. They rely on fighter craft, and of course they also rely on the picket ships that are coming in with all of the trade convoys. And so, if there aren't any trade convoys because they just left, they're kind of screwed. All they have are fighters. So something to keep in mind.
Yeah, we were lucky.
True. But I still feel like taking credit for how it went down. So,
Well, yeah. So, yeah,
So, thank you, Admiral. It's all your for all your leadership.
I did keep the pedal compressed to the full extent possible the
Yes.
entire time. So, in
Did
my
you
part.
bend it?
Oh yeah, shit.
I had a Volkswagen Rabbit in high school that the throwout bearing in the transmission had gone out, and it still worked, but you literally had to you had to press the clutch down so hard that you would actually pop like dent the firewall in order for it to engage so that you could shift gears. And yeah, I drove it like that for like 6 months, and then I finally got off my
Wow.
lazy ass and went to change the throwout bearing, and I take the cap off, and it was really easy to do because Volkswagen Rabbits, the engine and everything is sideways, and they just had a cap on the side. All I had to do is take out 4 bolts, and I take it out, and all these ball bearings just start falling out of the transmission. I'm like, oh yeah. And I had to get a pair of needle nose pliers and kind of pry out the bearing casing so that I could get the new one in. Yeah.
I had a car that would die if your foot wasn't on the gas, and I couldn't really get it into fix, so I just like learned to drive my clutch
Right.
with when my right foot was a permanent gas foot. It was really weird, but yeah,
That
I had to
car.
put it into neutral to brake.
Yeah, that car. Oh my God, that car. So
It was a Volkswagen also. It was a Golf, but still.
I was
It was
pulling.
the Golf made the 2 years in Mexico where they didn't have lap
Hey, mine
belts.
was made in Mexico too.
Yeah, it really sucked, huh?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
survived.
I was pulling away. I was pulling away from a stoplight, and I shifted gears, and I hear the snap. And I had 3 of my buddies in the car, and I look over at them, and I hold up the gear shift. It literally snapped off and left a stub. And so, I'm in first. I'm now in like second gear. I can't do anything. So my buddy turns around and he reaches back into the trunk and he pulls out a pair of vice grips and it's like, here. And so he leans over me and clamps them down to it, and he's like, shift with that. So I drove that car with a pair of vice grips as my gear shift until I traded it in for my Neon Sport Coupe.
That's cool. Right on.
When I traded it in, the mechanic at the dealership, he gets in to drive it to the back lot, and he looks down and he goes, Jesus Christ. Oh, that car.
Did he give you back the vice grips?
Nah, I told him to keep them. I said I bought spares
You
in case
belong
I lost
together.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is your airlock coming into the principal Profiteer, where it is connected precariously to your 200-ton mounting on either wing of the Osiris. And so it is on one of the wings. And what do you guys want to do? How are you going about this?
Knock, knock, knock. Hello, anybody there?
Their airlock is closed and locked. Hence the name airlock. No, it is closed and in lockdown mode.
Well, we'll have to hack it, won't we?
Yeah, let's hack it.
Or use a laser drill and just cut through it. I mean, you could do that too.
We could do that to
Door
the
nicer
hull.
if we hack it.
Do we care about the crew?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. But
we'll
I
see
care
what-
about the door getting dinged up, so I'd rather hack into it.
Other than the distress call, you have heard nothing communications-wise coming from the ship. The distress call is still going.
That's right.
Yeah, we need to turn that shit off. So
Yeah, before we get out of jump, we got to turn it off.
Yeah. So I have electronics computer 2 and so I'll get +3, and then we're at TL15.
You are, and they are
computer.
TL12, so that's an additional +3.
can you fail this?
Plus whatever you get for your intrusion software.
Dude, I don't think you can fail.
No, I've already hit 10. on my pluses. No, I'm sorry. It's 8. So subtract 2 from that.
Well, yeah.
19. That ought to work.
I would think. Yeah, you beat the formidable that is required for hacking into a ship's airlock. So the outer airlock
Wow.
door is unlocked, and you get a green light, and it opens up. The airlock can now cycle for anybody who's inside, and thus opening the inner airlock door.
I sent in 3 Marines.
I would say that with a 19, you could probably put it into dock mode and open up both of these airlocks at once. You don't need to wait for it to cycle.
I'll do that.
Okay.
As I'll say on my little short range comms, surprise, surprise.
So as you guys move into this, he opens up both the outer and inner airlock door and puts the ship into puts it into dock mode. You come in, and most of the lighting is it's not on emergency lighting, but most of the lighting is turned off. So like every other or every third overhead light is on, and it is casting weird shadows down this hall. Now, you know that from experience that with an Empress Marava, there is a turret coming out of this airlock. There is, of course, a iris valve here that goes directly to a gun turret, and at the end of this hall, there is another iris valve to another turret. The bridge, of course, would be on the, let's see, this would be the starboard side, and sensors and low berths are on the port side. These are all crew quarters, staterooms.
Where do we want to start?
Where would the distress signal be originated at?
Yeah.
The bridge.
The bridge. Let's go to the bridge. Yeah. And I'll send some Marines, 2 Marines to each turret station to clear that.
Okay. You're sending 2. Oh, you're sending 2 Marines. So 4 Marines total to the turrets.
Yes.
Right. Two
Yep.
2 on each side, making sure there's no one in them, and then like that. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Make sure everything is turned off.
Well, they're not powered up, but they're a wonderful place to
I
hide.
want to make sure they
Lay an
aren't
ambush,
powered
yeah.
up.
So you guys are following the other 2 Marines as they make their way to this bridge. There are 2 Marines back here that are fiddle fucking with the iris valve to get the door open, and having a little bit of trouble. It looks like the whole ship is in a lockdown mode. Everybody make a recon plus intellect check.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot. 15.
Ooh.
I am the best noticer.
Yeah.
I got 13.
Oops, Gregor rolled 2d10. Wrong game.
I got an 8.
And what did Keith get?
He got 13.
Oh, okay. So you all notice it. You get to this section of the hallway. The 2 Marines are moving forward, and they start to work on this iris valve. And so this right here is basically a shaft. There's a ladder in it, but most of the time gravity isn't turned on in that shaft, so you can float up and down. In this case, it goes up to deck 2. And you know that typically on an Empress Marava, there is of course a common room up there and more staterooms, including 2 of the more luxurious staterooms that are in these forward pods up here that kind of give a good view, as it were. In fact, on Shenanigans, this room here is actually the captain's luxury stateroom. But you all notice that on this wall here, on the edge of the air raft hangar, there is a bloody handprint smeared across the wall.
Ooh, ominous.
Like, well, that doesn't scare me. Like, we haven't seen bloody handprints
Okay.
on the
Does
inside
it
of a
have
ship before.
Does it have 4 fingers and a thumb in the print?
Yes.
It's a normal human hand.
All
Or
right, so
monkey. I don't
I'm
know.
just gonna stand right here, and what is this?
Bathroom.
'Cause I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and look in there real quick.
You got to go through the bridge.
I'm going to lift
No,
the
there's
handprint.
a door in the hallway.
What? No, you're not.
I'm just saying I will stay right here and watch this kind of area. If you guys just want to,
So you open up the door to the fresher, and slumped on the toilet is a dead crew member, and he has been just about dismembered. I mean, he is ripped to shreds, blood all over the inside of this bathroom.
Do you have a note pinned to his jacket?
He does not.
Damn it. Okay. One of these days, somebody will.
Does
Oh.
everyone have a respirator on right now?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
in my
absolutely.
suit. I got my suit on.
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
are you guys going in battle dress?
yeah,
I
I'm
was
going
as a
ready to
precaution.
rock.
Got
Yeah.
a lot of time, and we have no clue.
Got
what's
my
in here.
stunner. I got
Yeah.
my stun grenades, and I've got my shotgun.
Yeah, you had plenty of time, and so is all 4 of you heading to the bridge? Is that the situation?
I think we are sticking together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
What, you don't
tell
wanna split the
anything
party?
about? Can I tell anything about the dismemberment from like a medical
Yeah,
point
go
of
ahead and
view?
make a medic plus intellect or education check.
I'm wondering if this is done by Naslin Dewclaw.
I got a 9.
So it looks like it does not look like it that he was, for lack of a better word, rended by a sharp bladed weapon. It looks like some kind of bestial claw. You've
Okay,
seen.
but he was dismembered alive. It's not
Oh,
they were
yeah.
killed and then cut up.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Well,
Just checking.
I mean, he's not completely. He's not like a pile of body parts, but like one arm
He's
is barely
apart,
hanging on.
appreciably.
His torso's completely opened up, and it looks more ripped than cut. You've
Okay.
seen enough injuries. Gregor's guess that it is an Aslan Dewclaw is not entirely off base.
All right. Well, be on the lookout for these.
Pissed pussycats.
Yeah, might be.
Either that or it's an
Feral.
alien.
Yeah, they
It's
might be
an
feral.
alien.
They might have a disease. So we continue to the bridge?
Yeah, onto the bridge.
All right.
Okay.
So this door and this door are both in lockdown mode.
Okay, you want me to do this roll to hack it?
If you want, or well, now that we know there might be like a deadly beast aboard, if somebody wants to just break the door, that's fine too, in the interest of time.
Oh, okay. Well,
So whatever you prefer. You guys are doing the work. I'm gonna stand watch and have, a gun.
all right.
You're
Well, I
on.
mean, if I can tap my handheld into it with my intrusion software, I get +8.
Well,
So-
shit, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 16.
So yeah, you kind of hack into the door and are able to bypass the security and come onto the bridge. The bridge is eerily quiet. I mean, you can hear the sounds of the computers and whatnot, and their fans. And
Are they logged on?
Yeah, all the computers are active, and you can see the comms console over here broadcasting the automated distress signal. Everybody can make a recon plus intellect check.
Again.
I got 12.
I got 6.
Wow.
I got 6.
Yeah.
13.
So, Keith and Beth, you see up here in what is usually reserved as the it is common, not just the pilot's chair, but also the captain's chair. You can see that there is a there is somebody slumped in the chair, and they're kind of hanging part way out.
Are they also partially like chunky salsa, like all popped up?
So you come up to him. He has had both of his eyes removed, and his
Ooh.
face is slashed up. And you can see that there are sections of his shoulder and neck that it looks like something's been eating him.
Wow. Like rats or like a big old chunk of.
Go ahead and make a medic plus intellect or education check.
It's just big.
14.
So you can determine that this is definitely, it looks definitely like an Aslan has been chewing on him.
Okay.
And you are also able to determine that he was alive when this event happened. Keith, you find that there is a panel missing under one of the consoles that goes to a very, very narrow maintenance passage that moves in between the inner and outer hull.
Well, you
It's
keep
one
an
of
eye
those.
on
It's one
them.
of those spaces that engineers hate having to climb into because
Yeah.
you kind of hope that you have a little kid with you to send them in because it's a
How,
tight fit.
how about we just send our Marines off the ship, shut the airlock as we make our way to engineering, shut off the live support, vent ship.
I thought about that and I wondered if anybody useful or good was alive. Maybe
So
hold up somewhere.
the cargo hold. So anything that you're looking for, the cargo hold would be back here at number 6.
Is there anything?
The Marines that went into the port turret report in that there is a body that looks like it has been. To them, it looks like he was killed and stuffed in there, and then the door was shut.
I want to see how much crew this ship had. Would the computer tell us about the crew?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know. Like, if we found everybody except the Aslan, then yeah, we should just shut off life support and let them suffocate.
Yeah.
'Cause we're up to 3 bodies.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I'd say the whole crew's dead already.
Maybe
Well,
we
maybe
could take
except for
one
maybe the
Aslan.
Aslan. Somebody had to be alive to trigger the jump.
Yeah, and the distress
So
message.
maybe he killed the pilot after they jumped.
He
So
may have gotten infected or something.
So it's not just that that there has to be a conscious intelligence in order to trigger the jump. Somebody has to be alive during the jump because if not, there are tweaks and adjustments to power matrix and the drive that have to be made in that week during jump. And if not, it usually leads to the ship failing mid jump, and all that comes out the other side is radiation as the atomic structure breaks down and their half life will decay.
Hmm.
Oh, how fun!
Right. So the ship's logs and crew manifest. You have found the bodies of the steward, one of the gunners, and the pilot, who was also the captain. The log of the ship register it, they fully admit that they have taken a job that it they have been down on their luck, and they took a job that normally they wouldn't take because it is ferrying equipment and weapons to the Aslan Ihati on Thebus. The last cargo that they took, and it specifically notes that they took on cargo from in the form of low berths. That since they have been in jump, and this is like day 2, they note that there was an issue in the low berths. He doesn't state what the issue was, but that now the crew is on edge because part of their cargo is missing.
Hmm. Well, that's quite a cliffhanger and
So we will break here, and we will pick this up next week on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. This is my Halloween episode. And
Oh, cool.
we will pick this up on Wednesday night next week at 7 o'clock.
Great.
All right.
Thank
That's
you.
fine.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Have a good night, guys. I will see you next week.
Night.